Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. I'm BoredGamer. It is the 20th of October 2025. I'm here with Zinnia. Say hello, Zin.
Hello, Zin.
Perfect. I've been keeping Zin waiting of like an hour longer than I should have. I said I'll be 15 minutes and then I just wandered off and did a load of other work that needs to be done. So I apologise to Zinnia at the start of this. You can cut all that out actually, Zin.
Yeah, probably will.
Yeah, no, as you can say, just save it for yourself. To remind you were right and I was wrong. I want to talk about some stuff today. We're going to be talking about the updated new look for Star Citizen's newsletter, a potential sneak peek at the Perseus, and I say potential because some people have suggested it is not the Perseus, and that I was wrong when I suggested that it was the Perseus in my news video. We're going into November soon. We've got the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We've got Alpha 4.4 and Nix and loads of stuff coming up. And more recently, Alpha 4.3.2 went live. So we're going to be talking about that. Right. How you doing, Zin?
I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah. What have you been up to? Anything exciting?
No, not really. Playing Arc Raiders.
We played some Arc Raiders, didn't we? I know you've been playing with your partner as well. What are you thinking of it? Because I know we started playing it and you were like, nah. Is it got legs? Is it a bit fun for you? Because you're not a PvP enjoyer.
Legs.
Okay, but is it a good game?
No.
No, not enjoying it.
No.
Zin is not a PvP enjoyer, and that's okay. I think it's a bit of fun, and as long as you don't take it seriously, it's a good laugh. It's like a very casual version of Tarkov, but we'll see. We'll see how it evolves. If you're playing Arc Raiders, tell us in the comments below. Something else that Zin and I are looking forward to is Escape Simulator 2 coming out. That's coming out next week? Question mark?
Something, 27th, yeah, next week. 27th, 29th, something like that.
Yeah. Escape Simulator 27th, yeah, next week. Bam. So, Zin.
Yeah.
What do you think of this new newsletter? Just the look. I mean, it is just sort of like a bit of a rebranding.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's all right.
Anything that updates the way their website and newsletter looks, I think, is great because their website is just spaghetti code, and I just want everything to be a little more tweaked and modernised. So anything like this, I think, is good. Anything that gets more information to more players more easily. Have you seen some of the things on here, such as, and I want to do a shout out for this because I haven't really shouted them out before, and I should, Mr. Kraken's one-page guides?
Yeah, that is the person who keeps doing the one-page guides, isn't it?
Yeah, so Mr. Kraken does one-page guides. He did one for CitizenCon as well, which is absolutely fantastic. But he will do one for each of like the events or ASD events and stuff like that. And they are all fantastic. All the information you need at a glance to get involved, sometimes with incredible levels of detail. Not always one-page guides, but often one-page guides. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Kraken. Because, yeah, that is better than we could do by far, even if we were trying to do a focused thing like that full time. Like, it is really well done, and it is super concise.
Some people just have a skill for this sort of thing.
A knack. I'm a waffler. So.
Yes, you are.
Well, I didn't used to be. I used to be quite concise, but I've just slowly become more of a Belgian waffle as we've gone on. You're not a waffler. Zin hardly talks. I think it's painful to be in a room with someone like me that talks so much. In that newsletter, Zin, there is a sneak peek at the bottom.
Yes.
And it's the bridge of a ship.
It is.
Now, it's an RSI ship.
It is an RSI ship.
I thought and think it's the Perseus. And that makes a level of sense because we know the Perseus is almost ready. It's probably coming out of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. But lots of people have suggested that it's not the Perseus because the struts don't make any sense and it's different to the other things we've seen on the Perseus, and the Perseus isn't the only RSI ship in the pipeline at the moment. And it doesn't look overly military, and the Perseus is a military ship, and like the RSI ships have two kind of designs, which is one more military and one more civilian, and this looks a bit more civilian.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think, yeah, this is probably the Perseus? No, it's not the Perseus. It could be whatever.
I mean, having a quick look at the Perseus, I can't tell.
Okay.
From the media that I've been able to find. I don't know if there's other media that I could look at, but I don't have access to it right now.
The Perseus will have changed a reasonable amount from its concept to what we've seen to now. I think it could be the Perseus. I think it's the Perseus. I mean, the tagline for the sneak peek is the calm before command. And I assume that's a reference to the calm before the storm. And Perseus has the word Zeus in it Perseus of Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stormy lightning god boy.
Yeah.
That's my theory. People have also posited that there is probably a Apollo variant in the works. There might be an RSI medium salvager in the works. But none of those strike me as command.
Yeah.
And you could argue the Perseus isn't a command ship. It's a heavy gunboat or patrol gunboat. But tell us what you think in the comments below. Yeah, so you think it could be?
The seats are wrong compared to at least what they had planned.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is a little bit different, whatever. You can tell it's RSIE. I mean, it could be the rework of another ship. That's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not 100% sure on that. I suspect it's the Perseus. Perseus? I can't even say it now.
Perseus.
It's because I've been saying Perseus when I was looking into it, because obviously Perseus of Zeus is son of Zeus. So tell us what you think in the comments below. Is it Perseus? Is it not? But we are going into November soon, and that means we've got that 4.4 patch with the start of Nyx. It's not going to be a huge portion of Nyx, but it is going to be the hero landing zone of Levski/Delamar. It's going to be the Glacium Ring, and it's going to be a load of stuff to find in there, and a big event, well, a big sandbox activity like a line of mine level of activity. And Vandal are there and that sort of stuff. Are you excited for Alpha 4.4's in? You looking forward to that?
New star system to have a look at.
Yes, and it's not completely lawless, the next system either, which is good. I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm happy because they're going to be the new enemy with the Vandal. So, actually, I want to bring this up here. The digital goodies pack for CitizenCon, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's got the armor for that new faction that you're going to be fighting in Nyx.
Right.
Yes, it's got like the
stripy face.
The stripy face, the red tinged armor. Yeah. Now, I reckon I've thought about this. I was like, maybe it's the people from Pyro they were supposed to have. Maybe they've moved and they're going to be going back to Pyro or something. So I was thinking maybe it's the fire rats or whatever that go, oh yeah, we like to be Bernie Burn. But I think looking at them, it doesn't make sense for them to be in Nyx really. I think they might be humans trying to be Vandal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got like human bones over them, right? Or bones, anyway, on some of their armor. They've got those red symbols, which I'm assuming are Vandal markings, or what they perceive to be Vandal markings. So either they're humans that are feral, or humans that are enslaved by the Vandal, something like that. That's the way I'm feeling. What do you think? Am I just crazy? I've been Sandworm.
I mean, possibly, because the stripy helmet does look kind of Vandal shaped, like face shaped, although it looks like it's got 4 dots, which isn't Vandal, but anyway.
Yeah, well, a lot of the stuff could be like it's a mixture of salvaged and then, converted to make it look a bit Vandal-y. I just think it's a possibility because it's almost certain the people that are giving the Vandal tech to ASD and putting it into the Pyro system are these guys. That would be my expectation. But their weapons they're covered in bones as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they're human bones or Vandal bones. It's just interesting. Tell us what you think in the comments below. That's my random thought for the day. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. November's going to be big because you've got 4.4, you've got Nyx, and you've got the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Loads of ships for that. Perseus should be one of those ships. We're expecting a load of others as well. And I think it's going to be at Crusader Orison this time around. Are you looking forward to the IAE? It's typically the busiest time of the year for us. It's sort of CitizenCon, but CitizenCon was pretty concise this year and not a 2-day event where I'm super exhausted. It was a lot easier to deal with. But Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is going to be pretty busy for us. Yeah, you were looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how interesting it'll be because obviously usually you'd see a lot of concept ships be released then, or also straight to flyable ships. But obviously they're not concepting things anymore. No,
so there'll be a lot of straight to flyable stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff that has previously been concepted coming online. So yeah, the Perseus almost certainly. And as I said, potentially an Apollo variant. And I would expect another 2 ships or vehicles to turn up as well. Maybe a starting salvager. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could turn up. I mean, potentially you could see another ship from Grey's Market because they're on the Shiv page. There's a ship missing there. So it's like coming soon sort of thing. It'll be interesting to see if there's any events tied to this beyond an expo. There could be a load of cool stuff that CIG do here. And it is going to be one of their largest events of the year, if not their largest financial event of the year. Do you think it will be the most funded event of the year? Do you think they'll make more money than they ever made? Or
quite possibly if they do a free fly and also have Nyx, but I doubt that's going to happen.
I think it will. I think it will. Nyx isn't super complicated. They've been working on it for ages, and they're not releasing a huge amount of it. I am hugely optimistic on Star Citizen, even with prior history proving me wrong, and seeing it is realistic about Star Citizen. But sandworms. No, I think that they're going to do very, 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 very well. I think a lot of people are worried that an event like the IE and a free fly and all this stuff happening simultaneously is going to cause problems, because historically it has, and the server's like broken, and a lot of people can't even log on and stuff. They have got better typically with this sort of stuff. Star Citizen is more playable than it's ever been. Well, citation needed. We'll talk about some of the issues that the current build has in a minute. But yeah, tell us what you think in the comments below. I'm super interested to know what other people think. So they're already over 105 million. Yeah, they're going to be smashing previous records. They're 12 million off hitting the highest money they've ever had in a year, and they'll easily make that in November.
Yeah.
And they'll also easily make that in December. I mean, I think they're going to smash past 125, 130 mil this year. Silly money for Star Citizen. Lots of money. Should have invested all my money in Star Citizen rather than, stocks and shares and stuff.
The thing is, I don't think you can.
No, I can't. I don't have enough money to do that, Sin. What else are we going to be talking about? Alpha 4.3.2 is live.
Yes.
We have not played much of it yet.
No.
We've been talking about some of the changes there and covering CitizenCon stuff. But we will be jumping in to do some ASD stuff. I'd like to do a full ASD playthrough and your Mundi fight and stuff like that as well. 4.3.2, it's got structural salvage updates. It's sort of gone, yeah, let's make salvage cool and give it parity with mining. So you've got refining as part of a mechanic, and they've improved like the reclaimer, so the reclaimer can actually be used and dock with stations and stuff like that. So some pretty good updates for salvage there and tweaks and stuff, and you'll get a load more when crafting comes online, or at least when crafting's tested, because crafting's supposed to be tested by the end of the year. Do you believe that CIG are going to get Vulcan in-game by the end of the year, test engineering by the end of the year in the tech preview, and test crafting by the end of the year? Do you think they can actually do that? There's not that much of the year left.
I think there's no reason why they can't have both tests running simultaneously, other than obviously possible server issues, but...
They could have two tech preview branches.
Yeah.
They could do it if they wanted to. It doesn't feel like there's much time left, because effectively there's 2 months left before they'll go on holiday for a while.
I mean, I was expecting engineering to be here by now, like
yes.
for testing.
Yeah, me too. Much earlier in the year. And it's possible that they keep on working on it and going, oh no, we need to get this part of engineering in, or this isn't right. It is going to be ready when it's ready. They didn't show it off at CitizenCon, but that was because apparently they had shown engineering off loads before. They didn't want to keep on showing it off.
I mean, I don't mind them showing it off as long as it's been like updated and improved.
And apparently it has, significantly.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there's a lot for CIG to get into the live build before the end of the year, but also to be tested on the tech preview builds. And they can do a lot of this simultaneously. But tell us what you think. Do you think they've got enough time? Do you think they will? Or do you think they go, well, actually, engineering's probably not ready and they'll test it next year? They've obviously hit a wall or something. It is a big change. But what else are we talking about? Your Mundi fight, cool, snaky water lizard things that are based on the Valakar tech but aren't Valakar. What do you think? Like the Yamundi?
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't have just said it was a different subspecies of Valakar.
Well, it's because it's not. It looks very similar to the concepts of the Swamp Valakar, of the sort of concept they had for that. And probably is almost certainly built on that. Someone's gone, actually, yeah, I want that for this. They've basically just gone, we want another snake-like thing in Star Citizen, and it's built on the same similar tech. And because we don't have many creatures in the game, and now we have two big snaky wormy things, people are like, well, that's the Valakar. Well, it was built on the Valakar tech, but it is very different. I suppose if you had your hand in a box and you were touching a Valakar and you were touching a Yamundi, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
No.
That's a good point. But do you think it's a cop-out? Do you think, well, actually, this is pretty much a Valakar?
I don't think it's a cop-out. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if it was another Valakar, but I don't know. They seem determined to have it not be another Valakar.
Frontier Fighters finales in.
Yes.
Limited time event. So 4.3.2, it's not a huge patch. There's a couple of cool things in there. Salvage update. There's new ships, obviously. There's new weapons and stuff. There's the Amandi there. And there's this limited time event finishing off the Pyro Must Burn storyline, the arc they had. I didn't know it was called Pyro Must Burn until like CitizenCon or something. What do you think of this event?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's pretty simple to start with.
Yeah.
It's a multi-week event.
It's not very interesting at all.
Well, so yeah, a lot of people are saying the same sort of thing, but people are arguing that it's because they're sort of building up to the next system, and they just wanted a limited time event with this smaller patch to sort of tide things over. And there's rewards and loot here, but basically, the Frontier Fighters leader is now kind of on the run, and the Headhunters and the Citizens for Prosperity and Pyro are both sort of trying to deal with the Frontier Fighters, clear them out, stop them from doing any more attacks, and try to capture or kill Amanda Boyd, their leader. Amelia Boyd?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And you can support the Headhunters or the Citizens of Prosperity in fighting the Frontier Fighters with this multi-week set of missions. And a lot of them are quite simple combat and ambush missions, or go here, do a little fight, collect an item off a body or whatever, and then take it back. There's some cool ones later with Hunt the Polaris, but it's not like hugely innovative or super interesting. What do you think? Just a bit boring, a bit meh?
A bit meh. Also, I wanted to support the Frontier Fighters from the beginning, and now I can't.
You're a monster. Well,
not because they were the bad guys, because you didn't know they were the bad guys to begin with, but because I like their outfits.
Yes, me too. I like their outfits. Well, you didn't like the Frontier Fighter outfits, though. You liked the Slicer outfits. No, wait.
No, it was the Frontier Fighters.
It was the Frontier Fighters who were also pretending to be the Slicers. There are rewards for supporting and getting contribution towards missions for these factions. You can support both if you want to, and get the rewards for both, which is a bit weird because the side that gets the most contribution by the end of it will help influence the story. I assume it's either they capture Amelia or they kill her. That would be my expectation. Although that said, the hunt for the Polaris is almost certainly going to be she's on the Polaris, right?
Possibly.
Or at least some high-ranking members will be on the Polaris. There's a Polaris at the station in that Nyx event that's damaged.
Yeah.
Do you think that's where they've run to?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Maybe that's meant to be the Polaris.
And that will be one of the ways to bring you in, right? We've ended the storyline. Oh, they escaped to the Nyx system.
Oh,
you
look,
find
there's
Polaris.
the Polaris, yeah.
Oh, they've all been turned into guns and armour. Yeah, tell us what you think in the comments below. These are just my random musings. Zin doesn't have much of imagination like that because she's more realistic, whereas I fantasize like I'm having some sort of fever dream. But sometimes I'm right, which makes me feel really, really good about myself. Something that might not make you feel so good about yourself is some of the issues that the patch has had. 4.3.2 live. They had to disable some of the Wicklow contracts because there were problems with turn-ins. It was the incorrect missions and incorrect turn-ins, and some of that stuff was broken. They also had to remove a load of undersuits from people's inventories because they were causing an inventory overload issue.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't experience that, but I know some people were saying their inventories were entirely broken. And there were some crash problems. They did fix a load of stuff. There were a load of server crash fixes and minor UI updates and your Monday fixes that have already gone out, already been hotfixed. But I believe they need to do a mini update to fix the Wicklow contracts problem. If they haven't already, it might by the time you see this, it might be fixed, but it might not be. Tell us sort of what your experiences are in the comments below. I just wanted to add a couple of extra little bits and bobs here as well, because I talk about it in a different video that I'm working on, but I realised I didn't really talk much about it in the podcast. CIG have addressed some of the bugs for Alpha 4.3.2, but there are a load of other bugs that are still persisting. I do expect them to be cleared up in the next few days, but purchasing stuff from TDDs or getting some missions and getting like the ASD missions and stuff like that. Some of this stuff isn't progressing or working properly. Lots of people are having problems with cargo. Often you get these sort of problems with a patch's release and then they hotfix it. But there does appear to still be a good amount of bugs that CIG need to address. And you can tell us in the comments below if you're having loads of problems with the patch or if you're having no problems with the patch and you're loving it. Star Citizen is pretty playable. I'm gonna sing its praises for year of playability because they have improved the game significantly, and there's a load of stuff to do now. Just you can go do a line of mine, you can go and do a ton of different sandbox activities, but also roles in game, from combat to mining to salvage, all that sort of jazz. I do want a bit more meat on the bones of the medical rescue gameplay, but that's more of a me thing. What do you think of Star Citizen as it stands at the moment, Sin? Like compared to what it was a year ago?
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, the year of playability, if you put gameplay loops aside, because gameplay loops have bugs, the game is much more stable, just for general being able to log in, get around places, go places, no more server crashes. Like, I don't remember the last time I had a server crash on me. I don't even remember the last time I had a server recover on me.
I think I've probably crashed, and it's only been in the PTU. And that's probably happened like maybe twice in the last couple of months.
But like the general playability of the game, just as a sandbox, is good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm able to play in 4K now at a higher frame rate than I've ever been able to play before. So now I can justify a 4K monitor and playing in 4K because the frame rate in the game supports it. And I like using Vulkan. Vulkan seems to work pretty well for a nice stable frame rate, because I hate frame rate spikes. Oh.
But obviously, mission-wise, there are still bugs and stuff. Like, you can't complete missions. And
individual gameplay loops and individual missions are typically significantly better than they were, but those random bugs still occur. What I would say is typically it's not that many common bugs compared to normal, but there's a lot of uncommon bugs, which then manifest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of uncommon bugs, but it is getting significantly better each day, or better each month. And I love the monthly patch cadence. I think it's really good. I do want more features. I don't just want content. I'm not a major fan of limited time events that don't add a activity permanently to the game. But that said, I suppose it's not too hard for them to add limited time events when they're basically using the existing mission system, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's your thought on limited time events in general? Not this one specifically, because some of them can be a bit meh, right?
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of limited time events, because I don't like things being a one-off. Like, even if they're like, oh, we're going to reuse like the basis of it in something else, that event is done and gone, and whatever rewards you can get from it, you might not be able to get. You'll probably be able to find them in game. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the rewards are probably going to be added to the loot pool, but some are going to be exclusives, and for that event, you can probably buy them off other players in the future.
But I suppose as well, like, limited time events can be good because they drum up interactions and people actually wanting to play the game and partake in these things. I mean,
I like the idea for limited events for like different variants of armor and weapons and stuff and skins and stuff. I think those are cool. You can have cool rewards for that for sure. And I think that when Star Citizen is released, if I had a choice of being able to play Star Citizen with or without an additional monthly limited event, I'd go for, well, I'll have the extra monthly event every month as well. Of course I would. It's more stuff to do, and it's constantly going to be a little more interest, at least. I think I desperately want true persistence in Star Citizen, and I think people could argue that you don't need true persistence in Star Citizen to get involved with these limited events that reward you permanently. So, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I'm super interested to know what other people think on that. What did you think of the patch pack this time around? Because these are relatively expensive typically. They're sort of like $30 to $35. And they come with, typically, if there's a new weapon, well, they'll come with a weapon. If there's a new FPS weapon in game, they typically are that. And like any new armor and then skins for a ship or whatever. What do you think of this one, the Deadlock?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put money into the game and you're finding ways to do it, it's not bad. But I'm not interested, and I personally wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm not impressed by this one at all. I don't have a freelancer. No, that's a StarLancer.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to look to the front. I was like, that's a freelancer. No, it's a StarLancer. So I don't have a freelancer or a StarLancer, I don't think. And it's not a new FPS weapon. I think it's the
F55 Deadlock LMG.
So that weapon has been updated a little bit. It's got quite a good buff in the latest patch, admittedly, and it's the Palatino armor, I think.
Yes.
With a different skin on it. So that armor is effectively new, but I don't like the skin for it. I would say if you are looking to burn your money and put it in Star Citizen at the moment, either save it for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo or buy the CitizenCon Direct digital goodies pack. It's expensive again, but you get a big range of armor, some cool flare items, and you get the new weapons that are in there.
Yeah, you get a bit more for your money.
Yeah. So the problem I have with the digital goodies pack for CitizenCon this time around is those weapons look like weapons I wouldn't buy in Rust.
Yeah.
It's very the new faction armor is very Rust-like, and those weapons are very Rust-like, scavenged and salvaged and put together. But the Space AK is silly, and the Pulverizer of the LMG, that's cool. Very slow firing, very high damage. It is my kind of gun. The Space AK firing alternately energy shot and then a ballistic shot, madness, absolute madness. Sin, you got £30 to spend. You have to spend it now. What are you going to put it on for Star Citizen?
I'm going to buy 30 scratch cards. Oh wait, it has to be Star Citizen.
It has to be Star Citizen. No Star Citizen scratch cards, and do not give them ideas.
I don't think they can do that because it's gambling.
What if there was a guaranteed prize?
I'm pretty sure it's still gambling.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I don't know the rules. Anyway, I'd probably do the digital goodies pack.
Yeah. I'd say for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, there was a third option.
No, you got to spend it now.
Nah, there's a third option. You got to spend it now. Right. Tell us what you're looking forward to. Are you excited for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? Did you buy yourself a digital goodies pack or the new patch pack? What would make you buy those sort of things? If they were a lot cheaper or if they had better stuff in? Are you looking forward to Alpha 4.4? Zin.
Yes.
Zin. Down below,
yeah,
there's a link to something.
Yeah.
What is it and why should they click on it?
It's NordVPN.
What?
And they should click on it because it could give them, if they purchased it, better privacy, better security, and better accessibility on the internet. And we get a little kickback for it as well. It helps us and it can help you. I mean, the money helps us. NordVPN can help you.
Yeah, money can help you as well, but... NordVPN.com/BoredGamer. Links below. Use it. Say goodbye, Sin.
Goodbye, Sin.
Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for October, because of CitizenCon and it's a big month for celebration, we are giving away 5 different ships to 5 different winners. They all come with a game package and lifetime insurance. We're giving away a C8X Pisces, the Arrow Light Fighter, the 100i luxury starting ship, the Sulen, a very cool, weird alien starting ship, and the Nomad from Consolidated Outland. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning one of those ships is comment on any of my videos made during October. Any of those are great to start the game with, or just as another ship in your fleet, or even as a lifetime insurance token to upgrade to something else. A big thank you as well to CIG for providing some of those ships for that giveaway. If you would like to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon or using the join button under my videos. That will get you some occasional exclusive content, and it really does help us out loads. Also, like, share, subscribe, that all helps tons as well. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I hope you have a great October.